many wrong things about this. How people have time to do this? I'm Deborah Greer. I'm a professional ballet dancer, and today I will be recreating TikTok dances. I don't have a TikTok. I'm like totally off the internet, so. I'm about to watch the Wednesday TikTok trend dance. Okay, nice little curtsy. Good isolations. I love her eye contact. It's one of the hardest things to do, and she does it so well. And I enjoy her posture too. Like, she has a nice way of carrying her back, even though she's trying to look like all creepy and kind of like broken down a little bit on her movement. She still carries her back in a very nice, elegant way. It has a Latin flavor to me. I am Latina. The way that she does like the little hand thing is, it has a different flavor there, I would say. I like it because I love Halloween creepy stuff, so this is totally my jam. So Wednesday has this really cool eye contact thingy that she does, especially when she curtsies. So I think something. And then she actually starts with the dance, so some port de bras. With the hands, she does a couple here, and then she looks up, like intentionally. And then my favorite moment, just because it feels so weird on point. My first instinct is that I want to look what I'm going. I clearly remember how she kept like staring at the audience. So I think for her would be something a little bit more like this. It feels different, but it feels nice. This, it's just, everything about it is wrong. So for this one, I just see the words Jiggle Jiggle, what is very curious.
Can you remember any of the rap that you did?
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle.
This seems to be what I think TikTok is. The music, or if we can even call this music, it could be like the soundtrack, it's just hilarious. Some movements for me seems more of what we call pantomime in ballet, that is basically just trying to express something with your hands and your posture. I think both elements just go so well together because they are both weird on their own, but the people dancing to it are owning it, and they are going to it with the intention of being weird, and then it stops being weird and becomes cool. They wait at the beginning for their partner to like do their pantomime, then something like this, then they start with the up, and that is a double in the same place, the little shimmy action to the other side. And then I think it's just a step and a head before it goes to this part or something like that. Maybe a little bit more like here, like for driving, something like this. I noticed they both keep like a very plain face for this. So I'm going to try that and stop laughing at myself as we do it and see if that helps.
Can you remember any of the rap that you did?
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle.
There are so many wrong things about this.
Can you remember any of the rap that you did?
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle. For sure, make me wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it. 6 feet 2.
So this one, from my understanding, is geared towards ballerinas. So this is nice. Ooh, fouetted turns. She's very clean. I like how she matches the music. As the music speeds up, she speeds it up too, what is like a very hard thing to do. I know everybody can appreciate like the spinning part of it, but no one realizes how heavy it is on your supporting leg to keep doing your relevance over and over again on the same leg. I do fouette turns because we have to, but if I can pick, I would do attitude turns in between the fouette turns. It feels easier to me. And I think that when you change your working leg, right, because she's doing this, she's whipping her leg, that's the fouette. And the attitude that I mentioned is when you relevant, your leg stays in place. And I personally feel that is easier to control. Ballet is really like important how you start something and how you finish something. I like how she kind of just had fun with how she landed this. You know, I think it's important to just be like, let me see what happened, if I can hold it or not. And she starts laughing halfway through her turn because she felt she was going a little bit more towards her passes. I enjoyed this one. Okay, so this fouette video, it's very technical and that's what is amazing about it. I just feel that because of the surface I am in, I may do a couple different things, but I think my favorite for like this environment would be for me to like help myself up and go around and then get into it.
Tiny symphony all up and down a city street while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. This feels like a necessity, so this could be the death of me, or maybe just a better me.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to give enough force to get around, so it's just so this one is called Hold Up. This is cool. I love good musicality. And they're very well synchronized, what is also very difficult. Like to express your full personality and to change with the music and to be at the same tempo as the person next to you. That's a skill. We can definitely like recreate a ballet version of it because it's so precise, it's so clear. I think that as long as movement is clear, like we can fully comprehend which body parts being used, you can translate to ballet. I love it how they change the intensity of the movement and the dynamics once the music has a different feel to it as well. They're very musical and they have a lot of personality, and those are the two like greatest qualities of a performer. Technique is cool and all. The average human is not gonna go to the theater to watch good technique. They kind of go heel, toe, flick, and then I'm just doing a forced arch into this little like stepping forward. They take a second, they wait for the music, and then they do it again but a little faster. So it goes dun, 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 flick, down, up, and 1, 2, 3. And then they kind of just freestyle pose at the end, I would say.
Hold up.
This one is called Two Like That. I just love it when they have like the writing telling you what you have to wait for, like when your boyfriend is ill, but the show must go on. I enjoy how it's like sensual but cute. Very good oscillations once again. And it was a very good pick for the music, because like it makes sense for what she's doing in terms of dancing, but it also makes sense with the situation, like with the setup for this. The poor guy laying on the couch at the end decides to just do like his little hands. They are a little bit more far from ballet just because there's not so much structure to it, like it's not so technically heavy. So you can always trace it back to some degree, but when it's more like casual, it's not necessarily into the ballet realm, because ballet is very technical. So I find this one difficult. I think I have a hard time with things that I consider more like free style. It's like 1, 2, 2 to the side. The Arabian moment that I particularly enjoy. 1 big circle to the side. I think this one is like 4. And then is the arm, the champagne part. Then you point that he's not feeling well, and you just enjoy your thing. Dun dun dun. So this one is Rihanna's Ponder Replay. It's cute. I think this is the word for this one. But that is a lot of like hip movements on this one, and our hips are not necessarily allowed to move in ballet. I like their arms though. I think it can have like a classical twist for sure. I enjoy the simplicity of it. I think it's cute. But because it uses like the lower body so much, like the pelvis so much, and it's something that we kinda don't move it like that, it's a little different than what I'm used to. This one is a little tricky for me. It seems like casual, happy dancing, but I'm not sure if I'm good at it. Also, like at the very beginning with this wave transfer, I'm not sure like what to do in terms of ballet, so I will just like stay here. And then for the push, pass it down, then I can go on point. This can be like a nice ballet portement, and then go out. And I really like the hippie thingy at the end. I think that that's cute. I also feel very uncoordinated doing this for some reason. Like I can't. Or hip and hand go up, or hip and hand go down when they go like towards each other on the video, but you know. So this one is Lady Gaga's Just Dance. So let's see. There's a lot of weight transfer, what I know it's hard to do. He also showcases his flexibility with being like so low on those pliés. He probably has like an amazing Achilles. See, these little icons, they make me think of video games. It's smart. It may be helpful for people who don't have a dance background and they want to know what comes next. It reminds me of like those old things on the mall that you could dance on it. I don't know the name of that machine. That you just like, the machine tells you where to stop and you try to do that. And I was also not very good at that when I was younger. I think I am more of a visual learner, so it's easier for me to like learn the choreo by watching the person. I have never taken like a hip hop street dance class in my life, so technically speaking, like it's pleasant for me to watch. It's pleasant, it's fun, it has a lot of energy, but I can't comment on a technique that I don't comprehend. It's pretty cool. So I think for this, it kind of goes right, left, right, left. It looks like he's doing a double, I don't know, something like, or maybe just a 2 to the front and then 2 to the back. I don't know if I should just releve in place or move with it, but then he does it again. He goes front, he goes back, basketball down, down. He touches his foot, so could be here. I think after that he does like the little chug front, chug back, he cross, and then he turns. This is the weirdest thing I have ever done on point.